My name is Eric Ontiveros. Served in the Marine Corps for 10 years, from 2000 to 2010. Had 3 deployments, all 3 to Iraq. I got out in 2010, transitioning from being a platoon sergeant with my unit to a stay-at-home dad, being home with a newborn. That's when I realized that I was struggling, because not knowing of how difficult it was to be around my own child, an infant baby, I just started noticing a lot of things of where I was just disconnecting, whether it be sleeping a lot or misusing my medication. And then one day I told my therapist that I'm struggling. Every time I leave this appointments, I cry in my car, and there's been times where I just close my eyes going across the bridge, hoping that I hit somebody or I drive off into the bay. And that was a hard thing, to admit that I needed help that bad. I was in a psych ward for almost 11 days. And that's when I was here in Menlo Park at the PTSD residential program for 5.5 months. I was like, well, is there any way we can, go work out or go to a gym? And they're like, yeah, you can join the cycling. That's the only way you're going to get off the campus. It's like, damn it, okay. I guess I am going to have to put on the funny outfits and ride the skinny tires and be those crazy people that rides alongside the freeway. I struggled at first, but after a while, it was refreshing. It was a way to kind of get that feeling again, whether it be when we're in training or even overseas. It was that certain type of adrenaline that was satisfactory, and realizing how much of importance it was for me to do it on a regular basis or even a weekly basis. It really was kind of like, this is part of my recovery now. I need to go cycling.
Recreation therapy has the unique ability to add color to our veterans' lives. They're here for long-term care, and we're able to look at their past leisure interests, their history, and add that to the medical model that is the hospital setting. We have a variety of different reasons why we would choose bikes. Some could be depression, sleep, anxiety. There's a bunch of research actually done on these specific duet bikes and how they help mitigate those factors.
Getting out into nature, getting the fresh air, there's a lot of sensory that happens with the air that comes through, the sun, that freeness that you have that when you're on the front of the bike.
Running, youth active lifestyle, and so when you get on, do something active and brings out the day.
Do you have a favorite part about the biking program?
Just stopping amongst the trees and birds and nature, all the little critters.
I think there's a big power in connection and community, and I think that recreation therapy has a unique way of connecting the veterans together. Just seeing how much they light up and the smiles through the masks even. It's just an incredible opportunity, and I feel so lucky to be a part of this.
Having the fresh air, but having something to kind of challenge myself. And then afterwards of feeling that release, almost like everything just went away. It's euphoric, it really is. It's my meditation.
Veterans are just different, they're wired a little differently. So we're, I think, very fortunate to be able to give back in such a simple way of just, what do you like to do for fun? What do you enjoy? Let's get on a bike and let's go for a ride. Tell me about those old memories that may be stuck a little bit, and we're able to really talk about all that stuff.